What's up, guys? Koma here, and today I want to talk about something that just happened in Blue Protocol, which is hilarious considering the timing because there have been two things that happened. One that I will probably talk about more at a later date, as I can't really say much about it right now. But number two, uh, there has been a very interesting chain of events that happened within the community. So for this video, I think I'm going to start a new series, which is called A Moment in Blue Protocol History. I just think this is going to be kind of fun because if something does come up like this again, we can talk about it. So, going on to what exactly happened, when it comes down to the game, if you were playing it all yesterday, which was May 20th or May the 21st, you may have been online or you may have seen all the memes about rose orbs. And that is because, for whatever reason, there was a gift from Frankieee, specifically here that it is listed, where they provided us basically $100 worth of rose orbs. Now, these are the unbound variant, which means that if you were going to use them on, if you go into the store and you use them on the Meowlix mystery boxes, they go directly into these wish coins. And then if those wish coins are used on the wish, you can then proceed to kind of put them on the market and you can sell them for money if you want. Um, and this is interesting because nothing like this has ever happened before. So, what exactly happened? Um, to be fair, I don't know exactly what happened. We might never know what happened. I'm going to turn down my mic a little bit because I think it's peaking a little too much. Um, but when it comes down to uh everyone kind of like questioned it. It's like, why did we get orbs? Like there was no heads up, there was nothing going on with it. The community just really started going crazy with it. They were praising Frankieee and thanking Frankieee and the whole 9 yards. But um realistically, a lot of people also just kind of fell under two categories. You could have been like me at first and were very hesitant and just did not want to spend these orbs. Because the last time anything like this happened before would be because, well, it resulted in some bans for a few players. Um, those bans ranged from like a month, like I think it was like a few weeks to a month, and then I think it was like a year and 2 years for the remaining accounts. I don't remember specifically. However, if you were not hesitant and you did spin these orbs, then you were extremely lucky as a result, and I'll get to that in a moment. So, once the chain of command or the chain of communication through the Discord and then to, I guess, the developers, Bakura, eventually the servers did go down for maintenance for a little under 2 hours, if I'm not mistaken. So if you were a player that was hesitant and didn't spin them, then they are either completely gone, and that's it. But if you were a player who did spin them, well, let's just say you should still have everything that you actually spent them on. Now, let me be clear here. Um, these Meowlix Wish coins that I have in my inventory, yes, I spent them. I literally spent them as soon as servers went into, or I converted all the rose orbs into Wish coins as soon as the servers literally went into maintenance. As soon as I clicked the button, servers like booted me. But thankfully, because I would assume the way that the servers are working, everybody got booted off first before servers officially shut down, because that's essentially what happens when servers actually do it, like go into maintenance. They don't just pull the plug on the servers, they boot everyone first and ensure a safe shutdown for all working systems and everything. Now, I am going to be converting this into the bound coins because number one, I already have 17 here, and I'm wanting to save up for one of the future outfits. I haven't figured out which one that is, but um, I'm going to be converting this in a bound. So even if I were to, use them, I actually could not trade the sets. So I might have a time lapse of that at the end of the video if you guys want to see that. I think that might be silly, but um, let's kind of just go on about the impact of what exactly this event had. Now, when it comes down to community sentiment behind this, a lot of people weren't happy because when maintenance ended, everybody got on, noticed that the rose orbs were gone. If you had any remaining from pulls, or if you just didn't spend them at all, they were gone. That being said, a lot of people actually put in a lot of feedback. So I'm gonna go ahead and pull it up over here. So I can pull this up over here so you guys can see the community. A lot of people are saying they handled it poorly. And then they want just a straight rollback and give everyone $100 worth. In which I agree. I think that, if they were to roll it back or just, something like that, they definitely should be doing something like, giving equally an out for all players. I don't think the maintenance compensation that we did get, which was like 700 bound rose orbs, was not enough for such a big situation like this. Um and you can kind of see that it's just kind of the like a lot of people just aren't understanding, they're like, why does this happen? How does this happen? And even here, it says, how do you expect us to believe that you'll remove items acquired using these rose orbs? You're going to go into multiple accounts and refund the unbound Luna used for consign? What about the wills that people used for their imagines? You're just going to suddenly one day decide that this account will have T2 Tina instead of T3 Tina? It is frankly hard to believe you would do anything when you have failed to do anything during the Masters Mentor Mentee event when participants receive double the amount of rose orbs. Which I don't know about that situation. I might actually have to ask about that situation, considering if I'm wanting to do the series. And then you got some people asking, who's Frankieee? Um, and it kind of went there. Reward those who didn't get tempted. There are many people who didn't touch the orbs while logging in. It's unfair. The good kids get punished while the bad ones get to keep their stuff. See, do better A plus. I don't know. There's a lot to go through here, and if you want to go through it, it's over in the official Discord. So go hop over there and go take a look. But with that being said, um, you know, here's my take on it. Now, this is my personal opinion. Um, Everyone should have just kept the orbs. It shouldn't have gone through maintenance. Everybody, if those players who did use the rose orbs used it, then that's fine. If those players didn't use the rose orbs and maintenance ended, and then um you know the rose orb stayed, that would have been completely fine. We would not have this situation as most people are questioning why whoever is controlling the the maintenance and the developer stuff and all that kind of stuff. It wouldn't be questioned if they just let everyone have them. At the end of the day, yes, it is money out of their pockets. Yes, at the end of the day, potentially that could go to the budget of the game. Now, unfortunately, as far as I've seen, the budget is completely fine for the game, considering C and Wales are just pumping this game full of money anyway. But at the same time, it's, this game to some degree is pay to win. Why can't we just have fun things to begin with? Especially if, like, some of the things that Scene gets is Scene exclusives. We should be getting some compensating for it. So, at the end of the day, I think it just kind of should have been handled much better. I don't think there shouldn't have been maintenance. There probably should have just been an announcement and then just kind of be like, oh, yeah, you can keep it. It should have been that easy. Now, for the final thing here that I want to cover, um, was the announcement that they actually put out for the maintenance and or after the maintenance, so to speak. Um, and conveniently, we have Frankieee here that actually put up this announcement. So I'm going to go ahead and read it out, but there's only going to be a section of this that we are going to be talking about. Hello, everyone. Thank you for your patience. We are still actively investigating the recent issue relating to the incorrect distribution of rose orbs. Our team is working to assess the situation and determine the appropriate resolution. While this process is ongoing, the servers have been reopened to allow players to resume gameplay as soon as possible. We remain committed to maintaining a fair game environment and provide the best possible gameplay experience for all players. We sincerely apologize for the inconvenience the situation has caused and appreciate your understanding. Thank you for your continued support for BPSR, the BPSR team. So, a lot of people are assuming that Frankieee didn't do this intentionally. A lot of people are actually assuming that it was his something within the dev side of things or the community side of things that got in and actually sent the orbs to players. So either whatever they're using to distribute the stuff got hacked or something else entirely. So I don't entirely know. We might never know about this, but we can kind of assume that, well, it wasn't really Frankieee, but Frankie's name is probably kind of labeled on here. So it's hard to say at this moment in time. So that kind of wraps it up. If you guys have any opinions on your thoughts, on the situation, feel free to throw it down. If you have any experiences with it, feel free to go in there too, because I think this situation is, number one, really funny. I love the memes and stuff that came out of it. And the community, again, as much things like happen like this, kind of riot over it. So, overall, I hope you guys enjoyed the video and you found it informative, or if we're coming back for a nostalgic trip, I hope I jogged your memory to some degree. So, for the time being, if you guys enjoyed the video, you can always like and subscribe. You can ring the bell for more of the series if I decide to do more. And you can always share it with your friends. Make them have some nostalgia in the future too. So, I will catch you guys in the next video. Adios.